It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Niners and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
Well, I guess we underestimated the power of your utility belt. Well, I trust the utility belt.
This is an all-sports station production.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
You do know what you were just doing.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin back with you. And CD, you look at the NFC West this year. For a while there, this was the toughest division in football. That mantle's probably been passed on, but still, it's a division with a lot of intrigue coming into 2023.
And you're right, the mantle may have been passed on, but I would not forget that this division, as you said, a lot of intrigue and a lot of fistfights as well, because Los Angeles Rams, they're rebuilding. Seattle went to the playoffs last year. How about the 49ers? Doesn't matter who's playing quarterback, they are a tough out, and Arizona starting to rebuild.
You just got to go back to the Bills. You just got to go back and have this put on. That's it. Well, it's either that, Danny, or the Chiefs you got pulled out. Just move back, and then your teeth all in. So this has to go back in. This tooth thing fell out. The thing I have in my hand.
And off we go from
SoFi
SoFi
have braces,
Stadium.
you have to have a retainer that looks like that you constantly have to put in.
What is it? Can I see it?
So
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense. And they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford, the Rams won it all in Super Bowl 56, but last season was a stark contrast to that. The Rams need their quarterback to recapture his form from 2 seasons ago to help spark another postseason run.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford. He'll dump this off to
tell
Akers. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Ray McCloud deep here for the Niners. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 42. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. first quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Here's Purdy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. Second down and 3. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. Stafford to his number 1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Van Jefferson, 27 yards. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. That will throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy looking to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 34 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Breaks through the contact. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. L.A. readies for its next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. To throw is Stafford. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Ethan Evans now. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. Purdy now to throw. Shot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. This will be taken at the 13. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense,
Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford now to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Stafford going to give this to Akers, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his 2nd Pro Bowl.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. We're down to the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. This is Samuel. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. From the 50, it's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Ethan Evans on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Purdy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Purdy from the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. We can't have that.
You got the lead here in the 2nd half. That's the last penalty you want to commit.
And they were getting the ball. Why are you going after the punter there? Just take the football and keep going.
Lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going up. There he goes, right side. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Ooh, the juke. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
On first down, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Purdy now to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
We're getting set up for what should be a great 4th quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counterpunched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the 3rd quarter.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He finds Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw here. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a 1st down, and 1 less down to try and get it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Purdy looking to throw. And this one too low.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's Stafford now on second down.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Here's McLeod on the return.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Purdy. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
He starts with a give to Akers.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Going right back to Akers.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So he looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Purdy and the Niners
down 24-14. A minute 47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Here's Purdy to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Playmakers, step up right now.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Second and 11. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
92 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.